Every beat 'em up wants to make you feel like an unstoppable force of nature. Marvel Cosmic Invasion just wants to make you feel like you've accidentally stumbled back into a 90s Saturday morning cartoon marathon. It's the latest entry in the Game Pass Great series, and it's effectively trying to follow in the footsteps of the breakout hit Shredder's Revenge. Developed by Tribute Games and published by Dotemu, this is a 15-stage side-scrolling action beat-em-up that landed on Xbox and PC on the 1st of December 2025.
Chaos and destruction reign.
It's currently sitting at a very positive rating on Steam, with over 1,500 reviews. And it costs about £25 if you aren't subbed to Microsoft service, which I think is a fair price for what is essentially digital comfort food. The thing is, Cosmic Invasion feels like a new take on the old classics. Your Streets of Rage, your Double Dragon, but it's looking to the Marvel vs. Capcom fighting games for its flavor. It asks, what if your beat 'em up was a tag team game where you controlled multiple heroes? And the answer is actually pretty good. Even if the execution feels like it's missing a bit of that soul its contemporaries have. The sprite work is gorgeous. Whether it's Wolverine looking like he's about to plow some claws straight through your chest, or the way Savage Land looks like a Rumble in the Jumble remake. The pixel art is doing all the heavy lifting here. I love that every character plays differently, which is rare for a genre that usually loves a good palette swap. In my first playthrough of Spidey and Wolverine, it felt super distinct. And shifting to a powerhouse like She-Hulk or a ranged nuisance like Rocket Raccoon actually requires you to learn a new rhythm. But that's where my praise starts to hit a ceiling. The game feels a little bit empty. For a Marvel game, the enemy variety is surprisingly thin. You're mostly fighting generic bugs, grunts, and sentinels. Given the lore that they have to pull from, getting middle-of-the-road bosses like Claw or a forgettable Sauron feels like a massively missed opportunity. Taskmaster shows up early as a glorified jobber, and by the time you reach Annihilus, he just feels like a very large health bar. Think of the like and subscribe buttons as extra lives for this channel. They're the only way we keep the Annihilation wave from winning. If you're enjoying these reviews and want to help boost what we're doing here at Pocket Pixels, hitting those really does make a massive difference. Thanks. Then there's the roster. It's bold, to say the least. I'm fine with the icons, obviously, but including Phyla Vell and Beta Ray Bill over Cyclops, Daredevil, or the Punisher feels like a choice made for the 1% of fans who actually read the 2006 Annihilation event. Those are character slots that could have gone to A-listers. Now, combat is the bread and butter here, obviously, and when it works, it's weighty and satisfying. But for a 2D side-scroller, it's surprisingly glitchy. I lost my ability to dodge multiple times, and I ran into more than one invincible grunt who just refused to acknowledge my existence for 10 seconds. Swapping characters usually fixed it, but in a game this bare bones, those cracks really show. But to be fair, it does seem like a lot of these issues have been cleaned up since release. When it works, the sprite work is absolutely stunning, and captures the essence of the characters perfectly. That tag team mechanic adds genuine depth and makes the combat loop more interesting than a standard masher. And because every hero feels unique, there's a real incentive to replay, just to see your favorite matchups going head to head.
I'll smite you all. You shall bow to me.
But you have to weigh that against the thin enemy variety and a general soulless feeling compared to Shredder's Revenge. The levels and menus feel a bit muted, and technical jank like unresponsive controls shouldn't really be an issue in 2026. It's a shame the roster leaves out some of the biggest Marvel names in favor of those cosmic deep cuts. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is good enough to get your Avengers assembled on a lazy Sunday, but it's not going to redefine your expectations. It's a clever take on the genre that's definitely worth your time on Game Pass, even if it's a bit of a letdown compared to the masterpieces that have come before it. If you've played it, let me know what you thought. I'll be over here wondering why poor old Cyclops is still stuck on the bench. See yous in the next one.